guys, welcome back to Amanda's Favorites. If you're new here, welcome in. I do planner reviews as well as share my own personal planning here. I put up 2 videos a week now, generally on Tuesdays and Fridays at noon Central Time. And I also have so much fun with my Patreon group on monthly Zoom calls, which are recorded and can all be viewed there if you miss them. Or if you're a new member and you want to go back and view previous ones, I also share extra personal videos there with my patrons, and I throw up launch day videos early there when I can. I love getting to know everyone in the Zoom calls there. If you're interested in supporting me over there, that link is always down in the description. Let's jump into today's video. Have you looked at Cultivate What Matters weekly and daily planner yet? I know Cultivate What Matters is mostly known for their power sheets, which is their intentional goal planner. It is not a weekly planner or a daily planner, although they have made some products now where they include a lot of their power sheets into a daily planner. We're going to talk about this product too today, but the main focus of today will be going over the Cultivate What Matters season by season weekly planner, which is an hourly planner. I have not reviewed this on my channel before. This is brand new. We will start out with this, and then we will go into their season by season daily planner. This one has been reviewed, a previous edition here on my channel. And then we will go into, I've only shared these on Instagram, so we're going to do a quick walkthrough on their Fresh Start Daily Goal Planner and their beautiful wellness journal, which I really resonate with the way that they laid this out and the page layout. And they are really beautifully crafted products. I could see myself using this sometime. So that is going to be what this video is all about. I want to make sure you know that I have an ongoing 10% off code with Cultivate What Matters. It is Amanda's Favorites. Do not forget to enter it at checkout whenever you are purchasing. I believe it even works on sale prices. And these planners are on sale right now since we are well into the new year. So it's a great time to take advantage and stack my discount code. As well as you guys, when I was getting prices and everything on these, I was looking and seeing they have so many beautiful new accessories out that I wasn't even familiar with and didn't even know that they had out. Really cute things. I've always loved their journals, and they have some new journals out. I've used their magnetic page markers. They have some new sticky notes out that are beautiful. I've always loved their zipper pouches for pens and their big zipper pouch for travel. So those are just some things to take a look at if you're checking out at Cultivate What Matters. I also have a affiliate link down there. So if you just go to their website to shop through my affiliate link, you still sign into your account. Everything looks the same. It just shows them how many people I bring to them, and I make a small percentage of your sale, which is the way I keep this channel going. And it's also the way that I get these planners to review. So thank you so much for going the extra mile. And when you are purchasing and my videos have helped you, that you remember to go through my affiliate link. It means a lot. Let's start the walkthrough of the season by season weekly planner. First of all, it's one of their coated linen covers. So really beautifully made. They're rounded corner protectors, which you guys know I'm a huge fan of, just a personal preference. I do not like pointy corners. Although I've used many a planner with pointy corners that I love because there are so many planners out there with pointy corners. But I would always choose rounded corners. And so they're the only company I think I know that has rounded protectors. There are other companies that have rounded corners, but no one that I know that has done the rounded protectors. They have just their little Cultivate What Matters on the back, gold foiling, a bright gold wire O coil. It is not a super thick book, which is nice. It is beautiful, as is everything that is crafted by Cultivate What Matters. Look at these end pages. Gold foiling with those beautiful flowers. And I do think things like this make you more likely to want to use and stay in your planner. For instance, I always say the end pages are very important to me in planners that are coil bound because mine are always flipped open, and that is the way I'm using them. And this is what I see all the time. And if I see this beautiful blue edge, gold and white here, this is just a very calming aesthetic to me and just beautiful, fresh feel for every day. So I am a fan of this coloring of the end pages on here and the calming effect of it. Your planner comes with a bookmark. I would say it's nothing super thick or fancy, but it functions really well and will pop in and out really well, and I think will last you the entire year. So you do have a clip-in bookmark there to go with your planner. You do have a nameplate page with gold foiling on it. To everything there is a season. That's hence the name of their season by season planners, and I really do like that. If you follow me for any amount of time, you know I'm big into seasonality. And so I absolutely love that premise. The season ahead, and then they talk about planting good goals, and they're focusing on 90-day periods in here. While their whole Power Sheet system, their whole intentional goal planner is not woven into here, this can be a really good fit to use alongside your Power Sheets, or if you don't need that comprehensive of a goal planning system, or you're not someone who wants that in your life right now, this could be just enough for you right here. So today's date, 90 days from now, they talk about every season is unique and has its own gifts and challenges. What are your goals for the season ahead? Alongside your Power Sheets goal planner, if using, use this space to get clear on your priorities for the next 90 days and break your goals into action steps. And like I said, you could use this with or without Power Sheets, just like they said. So this is for January through March. What's most important for you to tend over the next 90 days? My goals, my relationships, my well-being. And then you have 4 other slots and you have dot grid to work on that. Then you go into your weekly rhythms for the season. So they have this for each new season, a 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. weekly layout here for you to think about how you want your weeks to flow time-wise. So to write that all in here, use these pages to brainstorm the habits and regular rhythms that will help you live out what matters this season. What will help you spend your time well? And they have the half-hour line slots. This is their exact weekly layout. Time is the currency we use to invest in the things that matter. I love that quote. A lot of good can happen in 90 days. That's so true. A lot of change can happen in 90 days. Then you have a dot grid page opposite that. Then you go into your monthly layout, which is your tabbed page. It's just the tab is on this side of your monthly layout. But there's not an extra thick page for your tabbed page, just FYI. I personally think it will hold up well because I've had planners like this before, that don't have an extra thick page for the tabbed page. And they have really nice laminated tabs, words on both sides with your foiling. So your monthly layouts are your typical Sunday start, really big, ample boxes because these pages are bigger than your typical 7x9 planner. They are 10 by 7 3/4 is what I'm showing. So it is bigger than a 7x9 planner. And they have used most of the real estate up here on the page for your planning boxes. As you can see, there are no holidays though noted on your monthly layout. Your pages are numbered in this planner, and you do have a big note space here. How can you rest well this month? And then you have room, you could write something up there. All good things start with one step. Then you go into your weekly refresh. You have this every single week. A 2-page spread in between every single weekly layout. That is something that makes this planner very unique. So if you just like extra notes room in your planner, or you really feel like you really will utilize a 2-page spread between every week to focus in on your week and make a weekly list, this might be the planner for you, especially if you're someone who does not write tiny, because these lines are really ample space lines. If you've used Cultivate products before, then you know these lines are a full centimeter. 1 centimeter lines, and that looks like they're same spacing on the dot grid. So every week you have this, what's ahead, note important projects, deadlines, and events, then goals to focus on, brainstorm action steps for the week ahead, and then schedule them each day, habits to tend, choose a few daily rhythms that move you toward where you want to be, then schedule them each day. So 4 habit trackers per week. What matters most this week? Then you have your weekly list over here. This could be also journaling space if you just want to write all the way across. It could be your grocery list. It could be anything you want. It could be a home list and a work list. Then you go into your weekly layout. Once again, it's labeled the week. This is labeled your weekly dates up there. And you have 5 a.m. to 10 p.m., actually 10:30 p.m. It takes you to 11 p.m. And you have the half-hour lines, which are the lighter lines, but same amount of space for hour and half hours to time block out your entire week. So we're going to talk more about that, but let's go over just some of the specs here. This planner is $64, but right now it is on sale for $44.80, and you can stack my 10% off code on that, as far as I know, Amanda's Favorites, and get 10% off. This planner weighs 3 pounds. It is 100 GSM paper, which is 68 pound. So it is not their 80 pound paper that is in their power sheets. So let's look at this pen test on that paper here. And I also wrote on some of the other pages. You can see here with the pen test, you do see a little bit of ghosting, but nothing terrible. And I did write with some really dark mild liners and a really inky Erin Condren dual tip marker. I think that is the little splotch you see coming through. So it is not 80 pound paper, but to me, it feels like good paper that I could definitely live in for the whole year. You just don't get the 80 pound paper feel. It is smooth. It doesn't have a lot of tooth to it, but it is not slick at all. I wouldn't even say it's an extra smooth paper. So that is the feel of the paper in here. And they say it's like an acid-free, well, not yellow. So if you want to keep your planner, I'm sure they make all their products on that because of power sheets, like kind of heirloom your stuff. It's going to save well over time. So I started playing around in here and kind of thinking about how I would time block things, because lately I really have been thinking about looking at my day and putting things into the right chunk of times. I've done it off and on, like my whole planner life, right? Depending on what planner I'm using and what phases I go through. But lately, it has just seemed to fit in my life better. And it really helps me to be realistic with how much can I get done in a day. Instead of just having a list, if I really think about my day and think where I'm going to do what when and about how long it's going to take. That doesn't mean I'm tied into the time, but if I say this is my work block, and what can I get done in that amount of time? Let's be realistic, right? And that actually helps me feel so much more successful at the end of the day, rather than just having made a list, only gotten 2 things done and feel like, well, what happened? But if I realistically look at where my time went, then it's explained what happened. And I don't feel so bad at all. I actually feel like I accomplished what I set out to in that amount of time. So that is the flow of their weekly planner. You have your weekly refresh in between, your weekly page every time. And I know that there was another week in here, I thought, that I tried something out on. We'll see. Maybe not. But that gives you an idea about how highlighter looks when it's drawn on here. I think it's a very nice white page. You can follow along the lines. And if you're not a perfectionist like me, you don't even need to use a ruler. You could just time block out your work time. Of course, it might look different every day. It might not be, Monday through Thursday, all those days in a row. I do think it's nice that you have Monday through Thursday on the left and Friday through Sunday on the right, since a lot of times, sometimes people's Friday work schedules are different from the rest of their week. At the end of each quarter, you have these pages to celebrate the last 90 days, celebrating 90 days. You did it. When you stop to celebrate big and small wins, you gain motivation to keep moving forward. Reflection reaps rewards. Where have you seen the most growth this season? What goals are growing well? What needs more nourishment in your life? What goals might need a new approach? And then you have a whole page to mind map, brainstorm, reflection, whatever you want to use that for. I do love their beautiful little leaf motif that is just drawn at the bottom of the page. The whole vibe of the planner, like I said, it feels very calming and reassuring, and like, let's take a deep breath. Everything is going to be okay. Your life in spring is alive with possibility. So they talk to you about the new season ahead, and then you plan or plant good goals for the next season ahead for April through June. The same thing you did for the first quarter. Then you have a new weekly rhythm ideas for this season. So every season you're reevaluating that, which is exactly what we should do because things change so much by season. And then it's the same flow all throughout. You have the same quarterly check-ins there. And then at the very end of your planner here, you have a spot for wins this year. Celebrate your wins, big or small. They add up to a year well lived. Look back at your daily pages to collect the good things you've grown. I would actually fill these in as the months go on, just as the weeks go on, my wins. And I find this very motivating to look at. I try to keep a wins list somewhere in the back of my planner or in my journal for whatever season I'm in, wherever I'm keeping that list. It is very motivating to look at it and to a little bit feel proud about what you've done, because I think we can get down on ourselves so much. So wins this year, I like this collection that they have back here. And then you have just a few dot grid notes pages, like 2, 4, 6, 8 dot grids note pages. To everything there is a season. A lot of good can happen in 365 days. I agree. You have a pocket back here, but the pocket's on the back side. It is a coated, really nice feel, very sturdy pocket. And their beautiful sticker sheet that comes with this too. I think those are beautiful stickers. And that is your season by season weekly planner. All right, let's jump into the daily. Your season by season daily planner has a lot of the same things in it. So you get a bookmark that comes with it, your nameplate page, same thing to everything there is a season, the season ahead, the exact same chart, just on a smaller page, plant good goals, one for every quarter, the same weekly rhythm ideas, okay, exact same, just on smaller pages. Going into your first month, this was the academic year. Obviously starting in August, but it's the same thing for the calendar year. So the same calendar, Sunday start, same layout as the weekly planner. These pages are 6 by 9.5, so a little bit smaller than a 7 by 9 planner, 6 by 9.5. The cover is 6.75 by 9.5. It weighs 3 pounds. It is on the same 100 GSM paper that is in the weekly planner that I just showed you. So same paper there. This is also on sale for $44.80 right now. Like I said, make sure and try to use my code on the sale. I know on previous sales, people have told me it stacks with them. Amanda's Favorites, 10% off, and my affiliate link is down there in the description. You have your same weekly refresh page dated before your days of the week. So let's look at your weekly days here. And to let you know that Saturday and Sunday are different, so we'll get to them next. But your Monday through Friday looks like 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. with half-hour line slots. And because their lines are so ample, even cutting them in half for the half hour, even for someone like me who likes to write a little bit bigger, I'm not a teeny tiny writer, these lines are ample for me, even the half-hour line slots. You have a nice space up here to put anything for the day. It could be a motivation. It could be somebody's birthday. I like having that space. It could be the weather. And you have the date. You have priority. For someone who has to wear reading glasses all the time now, I really appreciate how all their print is a little bit bigger and their lines are a little bit bigger. You have room for a priority for the day and then a daily list. And then some checkoffs. Did I tend to my goals? Did I express gratitude? And did I encourage someone? I really like that, because if those are in my face every day, I am more likely to make sure I express gratitude and that I encourage someone and that I intend to tend to my goals. It's just a tiny little section, doesn't take up a lot of room. It's at the bottom of your page. And you guys know how much I believe in celebrating wins. And I love today's win, because that would make it really easy to go through and even look for a whole week or a whole month and pick out the ones that stand out for you to kind of make your yearly wins list off of those. So I like that you're collecting those every day. Then Saturday and Sunday are stacked and there are no time slots. So it's just basically a to-do list for each day horizontally, or you could write all the way across if you want to write longer things, or if you're journaling. What I am grateful for this week, I love to end the week that way. These are very thoughtful, intentional planners. Then you go into your weekly refresh for the next week. And unlike the weekly planner, your weekly refresh, you do not have a dot grid page opposite it. So as you can see here, that might change with where we end on. Let's see. I mean, if your month ends on this side, you have a dot grid page before your next monthly layout. But sometimes the month ends on this side and you don't have that extra dot grid page before your monthly layout. So it just really depends on with this daily planner where your month is ending, which side your weekly refresh is on, but you don't have that given dot grid page always to the right of your weekly refresh. Okay, so every quarter in here, even though this is an academic planner, so it's just every 3 months, and this one started in August, every quarter, you do have the celebrating 90 days, and then you do have look at your next quarter, plant good goals for the next quarter ahead. But it kind of just flows into January. You don't have like that yearly year-end wrap-up because it's the academic planner until the end. So at the end of your daily pages here, then you have your year-end wrap-up at the end of July since it's your academic planner. You get the wins this year on your 2 pages, and then you have just a couple of dot grid notes pages, 2, 4, 6 dot grid note pages. Every page in here is also numbered, which is nice if you need to keep an index or remember what you recorded for meeting notes one day. So I think that is very helpful. And then they have a pocket on the back. Same pocket as the other one, really nice laminated. It also comes with this really nice 23-24 holidays, and then a year at a glance on the back. Actually, I remember the weekly planner came with this too, and I actually took it out to use it. So, because I love these little type of cards, you can use them to like mark your menstrual cycle or just anything that you need a year at a glance for like that. So I did take it out of the weekly planner and I'm using it, and that's why there was not one in there, but another beautiful sticker sheet. I love the pale like peony pink of this end page here. It's a very, I really like that. No, it's like ballet slipper pink. That's what I would call it. And even though it's a very thick book on an O-ring, it is turning really well for me on this O-ring. Because sometimes when you get very thick books on O-rings, there's issues, but this one is doing well. And I remember I have actually used the last one of these that I had for a couple of weeks to really test it out, and it worked really well for me. So there's a difference in size and in coil size and in book size of the daily and the weekly planner for you. So you can see that all lined up. Hopefully that's helpful. And now we're gonna pull in and we're gonna look at these. These are a tiny bit smaller than your daily planner in width and height, but they are much thinner, much more portable books. So we're gonna talk about these 2 beauties now. Since we're on the goal train, we're gonna kind of start with this Fresh Start Goal Planner, and we will wrap up with the beautiful Wellness Journal. This is their same linen coated cover, really beautiful feel and beautiful gold foiling on there. This is 6 by 9 inches. It's 192 pages. Now this has your 80-pound paper, your 120 GSM paper in it. It is 90 days and undated. I think this is a great product because if you want to try out PowerSheet kind of feel along with a goal planner, this is such an affordable way to try it out for 90 days, combining a goal planner with a daily planner. And it is portable. It is so portable, you guys. It feels great in hand, rounded corners. You open it up, you have that beautiful color inside. It also comes with a bookmark. This is only $32. You can use my 10% off code, Amanda's Favorites. It is 6 by 9. It's 128 pages. It has the 80-pound paper, 120 GSM, which the daily and weekly planner, remember, did not. That had 100 GSM, 68-pound paper. And this gives you 5 weeks per month. So it doesn't matter if you have a long month in here, you are covered for 3 months of use. So let's walk through here. Welcome to a new season, your season to cultivate what matters. Uncover what matters, break it down, live it out. And they're going to take you through that. Your intentional season. Brainstorm the season ahead. Come alive again. Name what fires you up. Good things, what I learned, challenges, gratitude. Then you evaluate where you are now. This is basically PowerSheets made smaller, you guys, because you have all this prep work up front, okay? And then you go into your daily planner where you incorporate these goals and check-ins with you every month. And you have the tending lists that are in the PowerSheets, all of that. So evaluate where you are now in their 8 goal categories, which are community, family, health and wellness, home and spaces, finances, fun and recreation, spiritual and personal growth, and work and learning. And I will let you know, I'm going to link my Power Sheets review down below for you. They are on sale too. And if you have not checked out their intentional goal planner, you might want to. It is a goal planner that I used myself for like 3 years, and it taught me a lot of valuable tips and tricks and lessons about creating goals, about check-ins, about accountability, about reflections. It's a really nice system to hold you accountable, to motivate you, to walk you through, to hold your hand, and to help you think of things that maybe you wouldn't think of. Okay, cultivate your mindset, rewrite your self-talk, negative to positive. They give you a lot of guidance up here and directions. We're just going through this very quickly. A slower review of the Power Sheet system is in my Power Sheets full review video. Big picture version, living it out this season through all of your goal categories. Name what matters, make decisions. I'm saying yes to, I'm saying no to. Choose your focus, make a rough draft. Goal action plan. So this is repeated for, I think they give you 8. Let's see. Yep, I was right. 8. They give you 8 goal action plans. Of course, you don't have to have 8 goals for the season. They just want to give you enough pages. Each page is a 2-page spread to work on one goal. Break it down to get it done. And they go through what I want, what I can do, what I will do. And it's really walking you through and room to work that out and to make a plan there. And you have 8 pages for up to 8 goals for that, of breaking down your goal into an action plan. Make it easy to remember. Over here, make a list. And on the opposite page, write down any words that resonate with you for the season ahead. When you look at all you've written in your Fresh Start Daily Goal Planner so far, which words keep coming to mind? Which word summarizes your big picture vision and how you want to live it out in the next 90 days. And then that's how you kind of come up with your word for the season. Your goals for this season, up to 8. This is like your reference page. Then this is for your month. So you have a dot grid page here for every month with a little quote. You can do whatever you want here, but they say that they have down their wildcard pages, which I've reviewed in many of my other Cultivate What Matters goal videos. They're pages that you can either buy from them or you can download for free. And they're little worksheets of, like, if you want to focus on a book reading list or cleaning out your house or a fun bucket list, you can download these pages and you can paste them in here. But they let you print them as many as you want. Once you've purchased one of their goal planners, I forgot to mention this, you have a free in to their Goal School. It's at goalschool.com. You can link it off their Cultivate website. And then you get a whole bunch of free resources and videos there at Goal School if you purchase any of their goal planners. Then you have your undated monthly, because once again, this is undated. And then you have your lists for the month, your prepare well, and your tending list. And these are the same things that you have in your Power Sheets. Important to-dos, upcoming, on my mind. I'm hopeful that. I'm saying no to, I'm saying yes to. Encouraging words, priority, monthly action items, weekly action items. This is your tending list. You can keep it in here. You can tear it out if you feel like you need to have it in front of your face for the month. But this is basically to guide you to keep track of you on the habits or intentions or projects or goals that you are working on that month and to be able to mark them off. Now, I want to mention that here is your Power Sheets goal planner for this year, that they have changed up a little bit what they put in each month from when they did this book. So it's not exactly the same that's in your goal planner this year. This year they have where you can break down each goal you're working on that month with action steps opposite your tending list for the month. And then they have their month in review here next. Those are your monthly pages in the Power Sheets. If you want a full review and walkthrough on the Power Sheets, like I said, I will link that video down in the description. Then you have customize these pages. So you get to use these pages however you wish. They are to download their wildcard pages or buy their wildcard page pack or do journaling or reflection or planning, whatever you need those pages for. Then you have your weekly refresh page, which you are familiar with from the daily and weekly planner. And then you have your daily page. It is undated, but it follows the same pattern as their daily pages that we just went over. You write your date in. You can circle the day of the week. You have a priority. You have your to-do list. You have 10 my goals, express gratitude, encourage someone, today's win, 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. Same thing as the daily planner. So this takes you through all your daily pages. You have your weekly refresh page in here every single week, just like the daily planner. And when you get to your next month, you have a whole new monthly setup here. Your 2-page blank spread for wildcard pages or whatever planning you want. You have your next month at a glance. You have your prepare well for the month, your tending list, and notes, your next weekly refresh, and your daily pages. And that is how this flows all the way to the end to last you for 3 months. And when you get to the end, you have just one notes page really there. I mean, you could use this for a notes page, but you do have your 90 days in review here. Your favorite memory, the best thing you read or listened to, your favorite habit, person you're most grateful for, most memorable adventure, song on repeat, milestone celebrated, biggest change, most beautiful sight I saw, best meal or recipe, most surprising goal progress, and best blank. So there is that review at the end, but that is your fresh start daily goal planner for 90 days. This is your 120 GSM paper, like that is in your beautiful power sheets. All right, guys, with 80-pound paper in here, I can guarantee you are not going to have any issues with writing on it. It is a smooth paper. It does not have tooth to it, but not slick. And as you can see, I just wrote on there with like Erin Condren dual tip markers, Pentel Energels. Let's use a dark, I have a Moxie Life marker dark right here that I could reach. And you will see that this paper can handle it all. And especially when there's nothing on the back is where you'd be able to see everything much more easily and absolutely no ghosting there at all. So that is your pen test on the 80-pound paper. Let's wrap it up with the wellness journal. Okay, this has a smooth cover. So it's not their linen covers, but it's smooth and coated. It's the same gold coil there. This is 90 days undated, 192 pages. It has the 80-pound, 120 GSM paper, so the exact same that we just looked at in the goal planner. It is 6x9. And in here you have wellness evaluation, goal action plan pages, weekly meal planning, daily wellness tracking, and monthly refreshes. And we all know how much our body, mind, and spirit is connected. And so taking care of our body is part of being able to feel good in our mind and our spirit. This is only $24. Don't forget to use my 10% off code, Amanda's Favorites, and my affiliate link. I love the green color. I'm a huge fan of green, and I love the two tones. Healthy bodies, minds, and spirits help us cultivate what matters most. They have lots of guidance in here for you. How to use this journal, defining wellness, body, soul, mind, and fuel. Cultivated wellness. Wellness is not, wellness is. Imagine your future self. Write out some thoughts on what you want to grow and how you want to show up in the long term below. I do really think that writing those things down really cements them in our mind. Cultivated wellness evaluation. Body, soul, mind, fuel. And then you get to create your own categories that are important to you in your life right now. Your starting metrics, if you want to do measurable things. So what is measurable? Your starting point and your goal. Reset your mindset, negative to positive. Brainstorm your wellness goals, once again, in body, soul, mind, and fuel. And then 4 other categories if you wish. Of course, you don't have to have up to 8 categories. How to set SMART goals. They're talking you through the specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound goals. My wellness goals. So you only have up to 3 wellness goals for this quarter. And they have lots of guidance on every page for you, walking you through this. Your goal action plan for your wellness goal is a 2-page spread. My wellness goal. Why are you motivated to achieve it? Resources needed. Goal category. When I complete this goal, what will success look like? What might stop me from achieving this goal? How can I move forward? How can I set myself up for success with this goal? How will I have fun with this goal along the way? What action steps are needed to accomplish this goal? I love that question of how will I have fun with this goal along the way? And so you have pages for goal action plans for up to, I think they give you up to 8 in here, for up to 8 goal action plans. Even though your wellness goals, you're just going to have 3 main ones here. Okay, they say all thriving plants were once seedlings, the potential to burst into bloom tucked inside. Your goals might start small too. Write your 3 main wellness goals for the next 90 days here. Focusing on just 3 will allow you to dig in and make real progress without feeling overwhelmed. And I agree that. I 100% agree. From those 3 goals, you might have more than 3 actions that you're working on with those goals. You know, like if one of your goals is to move your body, you might have more than 1 goal action plan to go with that. I think, at least that's my thoughts on why they give you more goal action pages. I love the colors in here. Goals grow when we pursue progress, not perfection. And a dot grid page opposite that. Every page is numbered, rounded corners, this beautiful green hue to motivate you. Week 1, change is possible. This week's meal plan, whole meal plan for every week, snacks, remember. Then you get a whole page per day here to check in. Your date, what day of the week is it? Mood, energy, water intake, today's plan, which includes meals, workouts, self-care, or whatever matters most. This page really resonates with me. A lot of other wellness planners do not because I might be working on different things in my wellness category, and they leave room for you just to write what's today's plan based on what matters most to you. And did you get these in today? Exercise, movement steps, healthy meals, rest, sleep, self-care, vitamins, 2 extras, notes, and today I'm grateful for. So to me, it's not too many boxes to fill in. It's not too many regimented things that maybe aren't important to you. It's a lot of open space for your plan. And those are your daily pages in here to check in with every single day. Every week, you get another dot grid page, a different color, a little quote. They tell you what week you're on, week 3, and then this week's meal plan again. And then you go into your daily pages for that week. And you have full pages for every single day of the week. And then a notes space at the end of the week. Then a note space to start your next week. And the same thing. The same flow all throughout here. At the end of every month, you have a monthly refresh. And so they have some boxes to fill in, to think about, and reflect on your month there. And then to think about the month ahead for meals, movement, and mindset for the month ahead. And then you go into your next month. So you get that every single month too. And that just flows along here with your daily pages. And then at the end, you have a final reflection, 90 days in review, some things to fill in here, and then cultivated wellness reflection here for your goal categories. Then your ending metrics to compare with your beginning. Keep moving forward. What wellness wins can you celebrate from the last 90 days? And a few more questions there. And then you have about 16 notes pages, if I counted those right. And dive into your next 90 days of wellness goals with your next wellness goal planner. I love the beautiful colors, the green, like I already said. I think this is a winner in my book for a wellness planner. All right, guys, thanks for being here today. I really appreciate you spending time with me. Let me know all your thoughts down below on these Cultivate What Matters products. Don't forget, if you're shopping at Cultivate What Matters, to use my 10% off code Amanda's Favorites, as well as my affiliate link down there. Take care of yourselves so you can take care of others, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.